Welcome Fae, Fiends and Undead, and any others, of course, to Scorched Scrow's Dispatch, where our heroes really hogged the spotlight in their most recent adventures. I am Micah Silvertongue, and look forward to a particularly special guest joining us shortly. Before we get to our reports of the recent goings-on of our favourite adventurers, here are a few short news items. The Council of Eternal Suffering approves budget for new torture infrastructure, stocks in screaming Iron Surge. We're bringing agony into the 9th century, says Underlord of Public Pain. A local necromancer union goes on strike. Raise the dead, not our hours. Ghosts remain unraised across several provinces. One lich seen doing his own chores. Flesh-eating trees demand seat at Druidic Council. Photosynthesis is oppression. Diplomatic talks end when negotiator is devoured mid-sentence. Hell's weather report, rains of frogs delayed by bureaucratic mix-up, plague locusts arrive early. The public is advised to carry salted butter and wear brimstone-proof cloaks. Next, the demonic dating app, Grind Ruin, accused of summoning same incubus to multiple users. Company responds, "It's not a glitch, it's a feature." The Library of Screams launches Quiet Hour to appease local clerics. All wails to be muffled between 3 and 4 a.m, except on Blood Moon Tuesdays. Today's guest comes from the High Summit, the lightning-blasted stone. He is what happens when a tornado grows up in Kansas with fine agrarian cumulonimbus parents and learns manners. Please welcome one of Talos's finest, Clem, former Dust Devil, part-time Elemental and Storm Employee of the Month for exactly 0 months.
Well, I'll be gusted and blown sideways. Never thought I'd be on a podcast. That's a mighty fancy introduction for a fella made mostly of grit and bad decisions. Appreciate you having me. Been a spell since I sat down without getting blasted apart.
Happy to provide a space that doesn't risk you turning into a dust cloud. Now Clem, let's start simple. The party wakes up that morning. Quiet land, rocky terrain, no birds, no wind. What was the mood like from your perspective?
Wrong, just wrong. You know when your shed starts rattling, but ain't no wind yet? That kind of wrong. Storm was sitting there like a mule thinking about kicking somebody.
Two of the adventurers, the ever-enigmatic Xanadar and the, shall we say, lovable Tujak, had a wonderful night's sleep. However, Cilia and Lyric were tired, achy, hungry. Cilia hadn't ever felt hungover until now, in fact.
Yeah, I seen that. That little moth one had never been hung over before. That ain't hungover. That's the customer service issue with the universe, and storms don't care if you ate breakfast.
So off they went, moving ever forward toward the mountain. Were they checking the chronodial they had?
That thing looked like a pocket watch that lost an argument with a god, ticking forward like it was real proud of itself.
Quite. But it did show that time was progressing as they moved forward. But even though the day progressed, did it seem like a normal day?
Yep, that summit eats light like a hog eats slop. Ain't natural, ain't polite. Talos don't like two things. For things to be neat, he likes 'em strained and cracking, and for things to be bright, makes folks optimistic.
The party finally makes it to base of this mountain or summit. They see steps.
Those steps been walked raw by prayers and fear. Every glyph carved there was someone begging Talos to notice him. And buddy, when he notices you, it don't end gentle.
Always a paragon of caution, Cilia sends up her little bird, or that's what we will call it, to scout ahead. What does it see?
I'll tell you what, Grandpappy Stovepipe would have batted that thing out of the air and served it up with some dirty rice. But he done gone to the great cold front. So Talos, or someone else maybe, did the next best thing and tried to zap it. Didn't work though.
No, Nova still lives, unfortunately. So she reports back to the party a variety of words including seeing 3 people, they weren't armed, and weren't bad guys. I think to everyone's surprise, Tujak was willing to get more information out of her. A grave mistake, no doubt.
You bet. So the party figures best to send up someone to get a better view. Next thing you know, that old Lyric done disappeared and up she goes, jotting away glyphs on herself with a paintbrush, as if is marking steers.
And what does she see?
She saw 3 tiers to this mountain, like Mama Gale's 3-tiered straightest cake, each having more glyphs. One had a broken bowl and some glowing orb, just up there roiling and seeming to have its own lightning. 3 prisoners, Falcon, Sister Guriel, and a boy.
My Clem, you seem a bit sad about the boy.
Yeah, that boy didn't belong up there. But storms don't care about age, only fuel.
A loss indeed. So as Lyric is scouting, she hears footsteps and throws a rock. That seems to attract something.
Yeah, that old boy Yargarth. He was quite the sight. About as white as bleached bone meal with a dose of lightning steroids busting through his veins.
Does he find Lyric?
Hell no. She's about stealthy as an ash drift on a still night. But he did have a word with that Falcon fella. Now, old Yargarth could sell rain to a fish. Problem was, the rain was mostly lightning and screaming. He loved hearing himself talk, always did. So he made sure to let Falcon know it was just a matter of time where he'd be drained, and Yargarth is heading to Talos. To Falcon's credit, he spat in his face. Not that it did much.
Brave as always. So Lyric returns to the group, and then the party did what it does best sometimes: plan, argue, and decide to act. Recognizing, thanks to Xanadar, this is clearly Yargarth planning to ascend with the orb. So they go invisible with some special dust, and up the mountain they go. Quiet, trying to save who they could.
Oh yeah, real quiet. Only trouble was, none of them could see each other, so out they went, try to free the ones tied up. Xanadar to the kid, Cilia and Tajak to Sister Gariel.
Did that go smoothly?
Well, sorta. Tajak and Cilia done ran into each other, but by some Ilmatari miracle, Tajak was able to stop himself from fumbling onto the ground, blowing their cover.
All this while, did Yargarth know they were there?
Again, he knew someone was there. As they were headed up the mountains, all those old glyphs kept illuminating. Yargarth even yelled out about having Visters and calling one of his orc minions some dog because he wasn't supposed to be there.
So what next?
They get to cutting away on the ropes for Sister Gariel and the boy. Well, all but Lyric. She creeps up behind Yargarth and boom! Ice knife in the back and a big ol' slash. Yargarth wasn't too happy about it and hit her with some kind of thunder, threw her back and knocked her around a bit. And well,
The fight was on.
You betcha. Cilia tries to zap him with her pea shooter, but it doesn't seem to do much. And then old Xandar gives up on cutting the boy free and covers him in acid.
So when did you join the fight?
Says, remove them. All mad about his ascension. That didn't even say please. That's management for you.
So you attacked?
Ain't personal. When a storm boss or one of his devotees that conjures us from nothingness tells you to spin, you spin.
Did you expect the party's response?
No, sir. I got punched by holy disappointment. Didn't know that was a spell. Felt like my ma looking at me after I fed the goat beer.
How did you and your siblings fare?
It's hard to talk about. Ain't a pleasant way to go. You come apart feeling every grain. At least we leave a little prize for them that done dispatched us.
Only fair. One last bit of retribution. And Yargarth, having seen better days, flees into the churning orb.
That's when we knew things were about to get real stupid. You don't jump into a god ball unless you're willing to come out weird.
The orb collapsed. Yargarth screamed, lightning struck, and he became something else.
A thunderboar. 20 feet of bad weather and bad theology. Talos don't hand out blessings. He loans them with interest.
And the fight was on again, some of the others going blind as they finish, well, you off.
Yep, I was dust. But still gotta watch from the great elemental beyond. Well, really just seeing everything from the dust we covered everyone in.
How fortunate. Well, unfortunate, but you get what I mean. Anyway, the fight. Lyric deciding to ride and slash. And Xanadar really tickled the Thunderboar's fancy.
Never heard something laugh while getting stabbed before. The god beast laughed like a broken bagpipe, but here we are. Could stop even as it kept getting hit.
Well, that is until Cilia hits it with that zapper of hers. The joke was over.
That's right. Even with her apologizing, that old pig ran that little one clean over. Like to kill her had not that green one. Tujaka helped out. But during that charge, Falcon and the kid's pillars got tossed. Falcon made it through, but the kid not so much. Storms always take more than they're owed.
Another innocent lost to Talos, and we will never know what they may have brought to the party. Anyway, Lyric carves away, and Cilia, starting feel a bit better, hits the boar with a lightning blast.
Little did she know that was like sending him some healing. That big ol' Lyric carved on him just healed up. Thankfully, Nova was there to clean up a bit. One last covering of acid and, well, that was it. The storm broke that day.
Now, was it Xanadar that was the one that finished it?
Well, some think it was. But I think it was Lil Cilia's acid finally got him. But who am I? Just in conjured elemental.
Fascinating. One may never know. Afterward, healing, looting, doors beneath the summit, evidence, gold, secrets.
Tujak gets that sister and Falcon freed up and tries to heal them the best he can. I mean, when Talos is siphoning you like he's trying to make the best lightning shine possible, it's going to take a while to get right. And Xandar and Cilia just went to picking around. Made sure Yargarth was dead, and even though it looked like he was breathing, but just him doing some death farts. Oh, and Xanadar beat Cilia in finding a band on his finger with some kind of lightning gem in it. Also figured out the crushed kid was the missing delivery boy. I wonder if the delivery is free now?
Another mystery. But they weren't shy about taking the gold off of him. What else did they find?
Well, the sister mentioned a hidden door that Xanadar and Cilia decided to go exploring, no thanks to Tujak trying to find the door, and made their way into a hidden tunnel and what looked like some bunks and things.
Fascinating. Anything of interest in there?
Storm cultists love paperwork, like Buddy, the lightning already knows. So Xanadar took the papers about the Circle of Thunder in Talos, a little gold, and some liquid iron in a bottle. Not a great as lightning in a bottle, but I guess it'll do.
And outside, the storm seemed to clear. Falcon wanting to stay with the party for now after being assured that the lodge was safe. All is relatively right in the world. For now.
Reckon so.
So, Clem, final question. Was it worth serving the storm?
Storms feel powerful when you're in 'em. But quiet's what lasts. If I reincorporate it again, I hope it's a breeze on a porch swing and no gods yelling.
Wise words from a former natural disaster. Thank you for joining us, Clem. And now a word from our sponsors.
Wicked Whisk is a subscription service delivering monthly potion-inspired drinks, carefully brewed, lightly enchanted, and delightfully free of side effects. Mostly. Each month, a curated selection arrives at your door. Sparkling fire apple cider, crisp and warming, perfect for post-quest reflection, velvety moonshadow mocha, rich and mysterious, ideal for late-night spellwork or brooding, and other rotating elixirs inspired by ancient recipes, forbidden tomes, and one surprisingly charming witch with very strong opinions about foam. Wicked Whisk is for those who want their beverages to tell a story. One sip might feel like strolling through a moonlit orchard. Another may suggest you've just negotiated peace with a rival coven, or at least a very reasonable demon. Subscribe today and never face a dreary tavern again. No sticky table, No suspicious tankards, no bard insisting on eye contact. Your beverage will do the questing for you safely and stylishly from the comfort of your own lair. Wicked whiz, because not every adventure requires a sword. Sometimes all you need is a glass and a little magic.
Until next time, my friends, this is Micah Silvertongue signing off. If you can't be good, be bad. And if you can't be bad, just be devilishly charming. Ta-ta.